So the Solo movie trailer landed, and then we had a teaser beforehand during the Super Bowl, which I wasn't really watching because I was not interested in it, because I don't watch football or have any interest in it. So, yeah, the trailer dropped the next day on Good Morning America, and it's taken me only a few days for me to finally talk about it, mostly because of the whole trilogy announcement. So, we go ahead and... Okay. I wasn't worried that this movie is in trouble. I am still worried this movie is in trouble. Like, Disney has reportedly said that they've written it off, they know it's going to fail, that they don't care. The lead actor, the guy who's set to play Han Solo, can't act. They needed a dialogue coach for every scene in the movie, even the reshoots. Which makes the question, why did you hire this guy if he can't act the role of Han Solo? What, because he looks like him in your eyes? No. So, this trailer starts... This is a teaser trailer, even though it really should just be called a trailer, because that's basically what it was. Like, do you really expect them to make another trailer between now and May? Okay, maybe, but even that might not work. So, we see Han Solo and this woman who is revealed to be Qi'ra. I think I pronounced that wrong, so don't judge me. Who is played by Game of Thrones Emilia Clarke, are on the run from the Empire. And then someone noticed, I had to look this up for any analysis, that we see the gold dice hanging by a chain, the same ones that Leia receives at the end of The Last Jedi, which basically means that, even though the dice has a historical significance to Han Solo, like we could deduce that clear as day, you put that in the movie just to tease, yeah, we're doing Solo. Okay. And we see, and then we finally see a shot of the actor playing Han Solo, named Alden Ehrenreich. I think I pronounced that wrong, and I knew he's not going to replace Harrison Ford. No one can really take the role of Han Solo and deliver an awesome performance on the level of Harrison Ford. That's virtually impossible. So I try to judge this strictly because it's a different actor and it's a younger version. I knew they can't just make up a new Harrison Ford and just expect that to work. So I'm judging this I'll be judging the actor's role more along the lines of if he can do the role or if he can't. I'm not judging him because Harrison Ford played Han Solo, therefore he's not my Han Solo. So we see more city landscapes area, gritty, industrial, and even the speeder bike seems very bulkier and not as unique, not as small and wide like the ones we've seen in the old films. And and all throughout this, we're hearing Harrison Ford, Han Solo do this monologue, but before I get to that, we get the Wilhelm scream. Yeah. Oh, man. So, then we see Han Solo's backstory, saying he's been on the running scams since he was 10, kicked out of the flight academy for having a mind of his own, which begs the question, well, story's over. We got nothing. We don't have anything to do here. So, that leads to the question, is this really what we're doing? And then like, Woody Harrelson comes in. We see Woody Harrelson's mentor character saying this, that we would learn in episode 4 and episode 7, where he says, hey kid, I'm putting together a crew. Wow. Good to know that was what was building up for. Okay. And then he said, you in? Oh, God. And we see Chewbacca do his signature war, and Han just basically says, that's yes. Which begs the question, judging by how the movie is saying that Han Solo will meet Chewbacca, how are they speaking the same language in one movie? Like, does time pass or something? I'm trying to wonder. And then we see, oh yeah, well, I looked it up. The woman is pronounced Qi'ra. So, yeah, I think I got it right the first time. So, we see her, draped in a scarlet cape, descending the Falcon's ramp with a droid, and, yeah, I'm pretty sure this relates to the heist. And then we see a motion-captured character played by, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, named L337, seen sharing a secret handshake with Donald Glover's version of Lando Calrissian as they launched the Falcon into hyperspace, okay, I'm going to say this. Donald Gulvers, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, sorry. He's the only guy that even remotely kind of resembles Billy D. Williams. He at least looks like a younger Billy D. Williams. That's at least the vibe I could get. That's the least the vibe I'm getting from this. So, yeah, it will mostly depend on how he acts, but he looks the part of Lando Calrissian. So, we'll see how that goes. And then we get another member of Woody Harrelson's crew. This woman, I don't know who she is, but she's glaring and has big hair. And then we see a what looks like Maz Kanata. I initially thought it was Maz Kanata, but but when I looked at an image of it, it was like, oh wait, that's not Maz Kanata, that's somebody else. And then we see this, desert. Qi'ra and Han Solo are walking around it on this wasteland, and then we see this crew of bounty hunters, and one of them I noticed that someone pointed out that if you look on the far right, I believe, you'll notice the bounty hunter dressed up the same way Leia dressed up in Episode 6. So, yeah, there was a bounty hunter once upon a time that had that appearance, so that leads to the question, did Leia grave rob him? Or her? Yeah. And then we see, like, a runaway train, and then we see more craziness going around. Also, I'm trying to wonder, what is, what's the best way to describe this? So, Qi'ra says that there's more to him, but Han Solo just says, "What's that?" And once again, we get a better shot of what he looks like. I just don't feel like he looks the part. Also, we also see Twi'leks in the background, so they're back. Way to go. And then we cut to this scene where we see a Star Destroyer inside what looks like a ginormous storm. If I was to guess, I believe that might be the Kessel Run. So, yeah, the Kessel Run is probably what this is. So, and according to the old Legends material, the Kessel Run is clustered with black holes. That might be it. Yeah. So, this is the Kessel Run. It might not just be the name of the system with black holes, but it could actually be a job. And we also see these new TIE fighters. I thought they would be the TIE Inquisitor. I'm trying to get the right one. The one that appeared in Star Wars, TIE Defender. I thought it would be the TIE Defender. It's not. And then, of course, we see Han Solo flip the Falcon and batters one of the TIE fighters into oblivion, similar to what Harrison Dula does on the Ghost in Star Wars Rebels Season 4 mid-season trailer. And then Yeah, everyone's freaking out, panicking in the cockpit, and sure enough, we see this giant tentacle creature, and the Falcon's dodging everything, and all throughout this is like, so is this the special modifications that caused it? And sure enough, Harrison Ford does the classic, you know, in the movie, in episode 4, he does, we're fine, everything's fine. Yeah, this is what the new Han Solo does. So, yeah, really this movie is basically, okay, you want to know where Han Solo gets his quirks, his signature catchphrases, his signature whatevers, his golden dice. You want to know all that? Gotta watch the Solo movie. Let's make a movie about how Harrison Ford would eventually function in episode 4. And all I'm thinking is this really a story that needs to be told? I'm wondering, is there going to be a moment where this story needs to be told? Like, at least Rogue One had the balls to kill everybody off. That made it more memorable. This, well, since we don't see them anymore, and except for Chewbacca and Lando, I'm just assuming they're all dead. But we know those 3 are going to get out. I'm pretty sure Woody Harrelson's character is going to get killed off very quickly. Like, when we see the scene where he puts together a team, I don't recall seeing him ever again in the trailer. So, is he dead? When they're escaping the Star Destroyer? If so, then, yeah, they gave away what's going to happen. And, yeah. And one of the things I keep hearing is how Han Solo got his name. I was like, that is the stupidest idea you ever came up with. He was born with that name? Is that could be it. Like, any idea they do could be a recipe for disappointment on that. Unless they do the Legends excuse and say that Han Solo's last name actually comes from a line of descended families and he's actually related to them, like it was apparently done in Legends, I believe. I'm trying to remember. I don't see any of this working, and even then the whole royal family idea was kind of weird. So, yeah. So, okay, the shots, the look, it looks amazing, but the aesthetics, that's one thing. How the acting is, that's another. Like, really, Chewbacca, you can cut that part out because all we'll just get from him is Yeah, that was my best attempt at Chewbacca's language. I'm pretty sure I'm not good at it. But I wouldn't be, but we'll see how the commenters take it. So, yeah. I'm trying to wonder what these TIE Fighters are. And really, I'm wondering, okay, who else is going to be in here? Like, is there going to be any special characters that might connect, you know, the prequels with Han Solo? There's just one major thing I hope they don't put in. I hope they don't put in a Force wielder. Because in episode 4, they stated that Harrison Ford's character Han Solo has never seen a Force wielder, has never seen a Jedi, never seen a Sith, never seen an Inquisitor, never seen any of that. He just says he's never seen anyone throughout this entire galaxy of ever seeing someone use the Force. If they somehow did that and put that in the movie, I would be mad. Because, like, oh, come on. The whole character of Harrison Ford, of Han Solo, was the fact that he didn't believe the Force was real because, one, the Jedi are all dead, the Sith are in secret, the Force is not seen a lot, and as far as he knew, Darth Vader was just an intimidating commander and enforcer. But a Force wielder was a different story. He didn't know that until, like, what? After episode, like, what? Till Luke did something with the Force, and if you say that, if that still didn't convince him, he could just look at Darth Vader when Harrison Ford shot Vader's hand, and he just, like, bitch, please, that's not going to do a damn thing to me. So, yeah, we would be honored if you would join us. So, yeah. Also, I'm wondering, is Boba Fett going to be in this movie? We have to get Boba Fett in this movie, right? They are going to put him in there, right? Like, it'd be dumb if they didn't. Maybe this would be the movie where they show why the rivalry between Han Solo and Boba Fett began. except Boba Fett probably wouldn't talk as much. But it'd be something. Along with that, yeah, a few weeks ago, there were reports that they were going to do more reshoots. Like, this movie's guaranteed to be a box office disappointment, in my opinion. It'd be amazing if it didn't get a box office disappointment. Not because of the reshoots, not because of the conflicts behind the scenes. That's not the reason why it will probably fail at the box office. No. You see, the reason why I think it's going to fail is because it's coming out in May, on Memorial Day. But it's not the day specifically. It's what happens a few weeks prior. Avengers Infinity War comes out in early May, which leads to the question, are people going to watch a movie that has dedicated 10 years of storytelling from movies, TV shows, tie-in comics, one-shot films, TV shows, like I said, could you, and Netflix exclusive series or Hulu exclusive series or online series they've done? Could you really imagine people wanting to see a Han Solo movie that really might not be worth being told, but it's Han Solo because Disney thinks that will be selling? You know, that contradicts the excuse so that it was said that Disney thought, oh, well, you see, people won't watch Star Wars without Harrison Ford, without Carrie Fisher, without Mark Hamill. Oh, wait. Episode 7 had mostly no Luke. Harrison Ford's character got killed off. Carrie Fisher was only in there for 10 minutes at best. And then episode 8 happened. You killed off Luke. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, so she won't even be in episode 9. Where does your excuse name come from, Disney? That logic makes no sense now. And now you're making a Solo movie without Harrison Ford at least doing something. So, yeah, I'm wondering. Those are the big questions I was wondering. But, yeah, the fact that this is coming out just a few weeks after the biggest Marvel movie ever created yet, at least until the next Avengers movie that comes out next year, I don't see this movie going to succeed in the box office. It would be a miracle if it gets a positive reviews and gets positive ratings. I might go and watch it, mostly because I'm addicted to Star Wars, and the fact that I like the prequels makes people want to question my logic and sense if I'm not going to be interested in Harrison Ford's new actor play Han Solo in a prequel movie. So I'm basically doomed to watch every Star Wars movie from now until the day I die, in some person's eyes. So those were my thoughts on the Solo, A Star Wars Story official teaser trailer. This was Neo Reality on channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.